The story begins in the middle of a dense jungle, surrounded by a large river. A man named Jeff is moving forward through this river with a few of his companions. These people used to catch snakes and sell them in the city. But today, the place they were going to catch snakes was extremely dangerous. The boat captain warns Jeff that the place they are heading to is cursed and filled with poisonous snakes. He says he has heard that a massive anaconda named Crimson lives there, and anyone who goes to that place is killed by it. But Jeff smiles and tells the boat captain to just take them there. He promises that once they reach the location, the captain will get his money and can return with his boat. Jeff was an expert snake hunter, and today he had come into the jungle specifically to capture the Crimson Anaconda. After some time, they finally reach the location. There, the boat captain demands more money from Jeff because it was an extremely dangerous place, and bringing someone there was a very risky job. Jeff doesn't refuse. He takes money out of his pocket and hands it to the captain. But as soon as the captain stretches both hands forward to take the money, Jeff intentionally drops it on the ground. The captain happily bends down to pick it up. As soon as he looks up at Jeff with a smile, Jeff stabs a knife into his neck, brutally slits his throat, and throws his severed head into the river. Jeff's companions are standing nearby and witness everything. Seeing Jeff do this, both of them become terrified. Jeff then walks up to them and warns that if either of them tries to betray him, they will meet the same fate. The three of them continue moving deeper into the jungle and soon arrive at a place where they see a massive statue of snakes. Looking at it, Jeff says that the story of the Crimson Anaconda was true after all. Meanwhile, Jeff's companions find a large number of snakes nearby. Seeing this, they become very happy and quickly begin capturing all the snakes and stuffing them into bags. Jeff, however, ignores the small snakes and starts searching for the biggest snake in the jungle, the Crimson Anaconda. One of the companions carries a bag full of snakes alone back toward the boat. There, he sees the headless body of the man Jeff killed earlier, standing upright in the water some distance away. He cannot believe his eyes. Suddenly, the body sinks into the water, and something huge begins moving rapidly toward him. Terrified, the man runs back toward the jungle. But in an instant, a massive anaconda wraps itself around him at lightning speed. The snake coils tightly around his body, crushing his bones, opens its enormous mouth and begins to eat him. On the other side, we see Jeff's second companion carrying another bag of snakes deeper into the jungle. Suddenly, he stops after seeing something horrifying. He spots the massive body of the anaconda slithering nearby. As the snake climbs a tree, it is clearly visible from its swollen stomach that it has swallowed a human alive. Before the man can escape, the anaconda regurgitates the corpse of his companion. Then the snake grabs him as well, coils around him tightly, and begins crushing and eating him while wrapped around the tree. Jeff is watching all of this from a distance. Instead of trying to save his companion, Jeff is smiling. This is exactly what he wanted. Someone to become bait so that while the snake is distracted feeding, Jeff could knock it unconscious and kill it. Jeff pulls out his shotgun and is about to shoot the snake, but suddenly all the animals and birds in the jungle begin making loud noises. Hearing these sounds, the anaconda abandons its prey and slithers away. Clearly, something even more terrifying had entered the jungle. The scene now cuts to a circus show. The circus is on the verge of shutting down, as no one is interested in watching it anymore. At the circus, a man named Billy Young arrives and hands the circus owner a suitcase full of money, effectively buying everyone who works there, because he had planned to go to Thailand and open a new circus there. When the circus people see Billy Young with so much money, they become uneasy because just a few years ago Billy Young used to be very poor. He used to work in the circus alongside these same people. But no one knows what kind of work Billy Young started doing that made him rich overnight. The next morning, Billy Young makes a plan to take everyone to Thailand by boat. Since Billy Young had bought all of them, everyone obeys him and gets on the boat. The boat captain starts sailing. On the way, Billy Young hides in the bathroom and secretly makes a phone call. On the call, he tells the person on the other end that the delivery is ready and that he will soon arrive with these people. From this conversation, it becomes clear that Billy Young is planning something very wrong with the people on the boat. After traveling some distance, they see that someone has blocked the route using wood and several large containers. The boat captain says they can take another route, but going that way will take much longer to reach Thailand. Billy Young doesn't like this idea. He threatens the captain and says that no matter what, they must reach Thailand on time because they have a show there and he has already taken advance payment. If they miss the show, they will be ruined. The captain replies that if they don't want to take the long route, then there is only one option left. He suggests blowing up the obstacles with bombs to clear the way. Billy Young agrees to the plan, not knowing that they are about to make a huge mistake. They place bombs near the containers and detonate them using a remote. The explosion clears the path, but because of the blast, countless snakes fall onto the boat. All the containers were filled with snakes. In panic, everyone starts running in different directions. The entire boat is now full of snakes, and the snakes begin biting the people on board. A girl named Lenny acts smartly and turns on a high-pressure water pipe, forcing the snakes around her off the boat and into the river. Billy Young, terrified, hides in the boat's bathroom. Suddenly, the bathroom ceiling collapses and dozens of snakes fall onto him. To escape, he jumps into the river and swims toward the shore. But even there, a king cobra appears in front of him. Just before the cobra can bite him, a man steps on the snake and crushes it, saving Billy Yang's life. That man is none other than Jeff. Since Jeff saved Billy's life, Billy brings him onto the boat. Jeff lies to everyone, claiming that he is a wildlife explorer who got stranded in the jungle due to an accident. Suddenly, a circus worker named Jiayu starts experiencing severe pain in his ear and collapses. When Jeff examines his ear closely, he immediately understands the cause. Jeff cuts his own finger slightly and brings it near Jiayu's ear. A thin, poisonous snake crawls out and bites Jeff's finger. Despite the snake bite, Jeff shows no reaction at all. He simply throws the snake into the water. Lenny is shocked. She starts wondering how Jeff was unaffected by the venom. Lenny knows about snakes and understands that to become immune to snake venom, a person must inject large amounts of venom into their body over time. She tells all of this to Billy Young and says she doesn't trust Jeff. She points out that the snake bit Jeff, yet nothing happened to him. But Billy ignores her warning and says that they should be grateful to Jeff because he saved both his life and the life of another crew member. Meanwhile, Jeff meets the boat captain privately. Jeff offers him a large amount of money and shows him a map, promising even more money if the captain takes him to the location marked on it. As soon as the captain hears the name of the place, he pulls out a gun and points it at Jeff, warning him that if he ever mentions that place again, he will shoot him. The captain knows that a massive and extremely dangerous anaconda named Crimson lives there. Hearing this, Jeff walks away. Later, the captain sits on the boat and starts fishing. Suddenly, something pulls the fishing rod violently from below, causing it to slip from his hands. When the captain bends down to retrieve it, something drags him underwater. It was Jeff who pulled him down and killed him. After killing the captain, Jeff uses his body as bait to lure the anaconda living in the jungle. Sometime later, everyone starts searching for the captain, but he is nowhere to be found. Lenny begins to suspect Jeff and asks him where the captain is. Jeff calmly replies that he knows nothing and says that in a jungle, people disappearing is common. Suddenly, a strange noise spreads through the jungle. Birds and animals begin fleeing in panic. Everyone hears an unusual movement in the water. Someone asks what that sound is. Jeff smiles and says that something big is coming. His expression clearly shows that he has been waiting for this moment. Deep in the river, a massive anaconda begins moving toward Jeff's trap. The fishing line tightens violently. Jeff grabs the line trying to capture the anaconda, but the creature is not that easy to trap. The anaconda suddenly appears in front of them, huge and terrifying. Everyone freezes in fear. The anaconda yanks the rope, pulling Jeff into the water. It thrashes him around violently. But Jeff refuses to give up. He swims to a small boat in the river, climbs onto it, and ties the rope to the boat. Standing on the boat, he attacks the anaconda with a sharp weapon, but it barely affects the snake. The anaconda coils around Jeff and the boat, dragging both underwater. Watching from a distance, everyone believes Jeff is dead. But moments later, Jeff resurfaces and climbs back onto the boat, shocking everyone. Jeff starts searching for the anaconda again, unaware that it is no longer in the water but on the roof of the boat behind him. In front of everyone, the anaconda regurgitates the captain's body. Panic spreads as people run to save themselves. The anaconda is about to kill two circus workers trapped in a room when Jeff attacks it again from behind with a sharp weapon. This only enrages the anaconda further, and it turns its attention toward Jeff. Jeff hides to protect himself, but the anaconda doesn't stop chasing him. It enters the boat where the remaining circus members are hiding. Luckily, it fails to notice Billy and Diana and crawls past them, exiting through a window. Everyone remains hidden in different corners of the boat. As the anaconda moves toward the bathroom, it spots a child and Jiayu and immediately attacks them. Both of them manage to save themselves and escape from there. Soon Lenny also reaches them. As the anaconda attacks Lenny, Jiayu acts smartly and brings a clay pot in front of the anaconda's head. The anaconda's head gets stuck inside the pot. As it struggles to free itself, a gallon of kerosene oil falls to the ground. The anaconda becomes completely uncontrollable while trying to remove the pot. It thrashes violently, smashing its head against the boat, and finally breaks the pot, freeing its head. But the moment it gets free, Jeff throws a rope loop around the anaconda's neck from behind. Before Jeff can fully control the anaconda, the spilled kerosene oil catches fire. The flames spread across the boat and reach the bombs stored on board, triggering multiple explosions. Suddenly, a massive explosion rips through the boat. Everyone on board jumps into the water to save themselves. But Jeff had tied the rope to the anaconda's neck, preventing him from escaping. Jeff burns to death in the fire. Somehow the others swim and reach the riverbank. Seeing the burning boat, Billy Yang starts crying, not because people died but because they will now miss reaching Thailand on time. The rest of the circus crew is terrified because they are stranded in the middle of the jungle with no boat left. Lenny realizes that Jeff is responsible for everything. He used their boat as a trap. She confronts Jeff and says that if he hadn't done this, they wouldn't have faced such a deadly danger. Jeff responds by saying they don't even know how valuable a single anaconda is. If they had helped him capture it, they would all be millionaires by now. As soon as Billy Yang hears the word money, his eyes light up. He cancels the Thailand plan and runs to Jeff, saying he's with him. He asks what they need to do to capture the anaconda and how they'll make money. Jeff pulls out a map and shows them that if they help him, he can take them to Thailand within 1 or 2 days using this route. Billy Yang and the rest of the team agree to go to Jeff's boat. But Lenny completely refuses. She doesn't trust Jeff at all. Suddenly, one of the circus girls becomes very sick. When Billy Yang checks her shoulder, they realize she has been bitten by a deadly spider whose venom could kill her. Jeff tells everyone that he has medicine that can save her, but it's on his boat. If they want to save her, they must take him to his boat. Left with no choice, Lenny agrees to go with Jeff. After several hours of travel, one man starts drinking river water, but Jeff stops him and warns everyone never to drink this water. He explains that parasites live in it, which enter the human body and cause unbearable thirst, forcing people to drown themselves while trying to drink more water. Later they get hungry. Jeff catches a snake from nearby rocks, removes its venom, cooks it, and they survive by eating it. Then they continue their journey. When night falls, they stop inside a mountain tunnel. They light a fire while Jeff sits aside, staring at the anaconda drawn on his map. He remembers the moment when the anaconda almost killed him. Using his intelligence, Jeff had hidden himself inside a wooden box placed on a slope. He pushed the box downhill, sliding into the river. But unfortunately, the box got stuck, trapping him inside for a long time, until these people blew up the containers with dynamite, freeing him. The scene returns to the present. Billy Yang approaches Jeff and asks if he wants to capture that same anaconda. Jeff confirms and explains that it's the king of the jungle, feared by all animals. It has killed massive prey, even other giant anacondas. If they capture it, they'll become millionaires overnight. Hearing this, Billy Yang agrees to help. Late at night, everyone falls asleep. Suddenly, one circus member wakes up to a strange noise and realizes his brother is missing. Searching for him, he reaches the river and sees his brother trying to drown himself. He tries to stop him, but notices worms coming out of his brother's nose, confirming he drank the river water. His brother dies. Crying, the man returns to the tunnel. The next morning, they resume their journey. After hours of walking, they reach a river that they must cross on foot. Terrified but with no other option, they enter the water. Suddenly, a boy points downward. They are surrounded by giant anacondas. The man whose brother died walks at the back. A massive anaconda attacks him, coils tightly, crushes his bones, and drags him underwater before Lenny can help. The rest run forward in panic. Eventually, they reach Jeff's boat, where Jeff gives the antidote to the girl bitten by the spider. Thailand is now very close and they prepare to leave, but Jeff stops them. He admits he brought them here to use them as bait. He says he kept his promise to bring them safely, but now they must help him. The child refuses. Jeff pulls out a gun. Billy Yang also pulls a knife and supports Jeff, telling everyone to obey him. Lenny calls them insane and warns that capturing the anaconda means death. Jeff calmly says it's difficult, but not impossible. When the anaconda is distracted while feeding, it can be trapped. Jeff and Billy tie 2 circus members as bait. The child questions Billy, asking who will perform in his circus if they die. Billy laughs and reveals the truth. He never planned a circus. He was going to sell their organs. But now he's changed plans. The anaconda is worth more than their body parts. Meanwhile, Jeff ties 2 girls. One pretends to cooperate, gets close, grabs Jeff's gun, but doesn't know how to unlock it. Jeff snatches it back and is about to shoot her when Lenny stabs Jeff in the stomach with a sharp glass shard. A struggle follows. A gunshot is heard, but no one knows who was hit. Meanwhile, the two tied men watch a massive anaconda approach. Billy waits to pull the rope, but doesn't notice another anaconda above him. It attacks Billy, dragging him away. The rope slips from his hands, saving the two men. Lenny knocks Jeff unconscious with a wooden log. They free the men and try to escape, but Jeff regains consciousness. Before he can reach them, a massive anaconda drags him away. They flee, but one girl is fatally wounded by the earlier gunshot and dies. The remaining three escape in Jeff's boat. Suddenly, Jiayu is struck by a tranquilizer dart and collapses. Jeff appears, alive. He killed the anaconda by cutting its head off. Jeff ties all three as bait, surrounds them with sharp wire, spreads blood and waits. Multiple anacondas approach. Just as they're about to attack, all animals flee again. Then Crimson Anaconda appears, enormous and terrifying. It kills the remaining snake instantly. Jeff smiles in joy. Crimson moves to eat the three, but Jeff releases the trap. Crimson breaks free, bites through the rope, and drags Jeff between two trees. Trapped, Jeff is overpowered as Crimson coils around him. The three survivors watch in terror, struggling to free themselves, knowing they are next. They are unable to escape from the trap. At that moment, the young boy starts biting the rope of the net with his teeth to save himself. After many attempts, he manages to tear part of the rope. Only a small section remains, so he uses all his strength to bite through it. Blood begins to come from his teeth. At the same time, the Crimson Anaconda tightly coils around Jeff, crushing him brutally and breaking his bones. After that, the Crimson Anaconda swallows Jeff alive. On the other side, the boy succeeds in completely breaking the rope with his teeth. He frees the other two as well, and all three run toward the river. But after killing Jeff, the Crimson Anaconda begins chasing them. The two hide behind a tree while the boy hides himself inside a wooden box. However, the anaconda notices him and slowly starts moving toward the child. The boy struggles with all his strength to get out of the container, but the door on the other side is locked. The child screams for help, and the anaconda comes very close to him. Just before the anaconda can kill the boy, Jiayu breaks open the container door from the outside and saves him. The three of them start running again to save their lives. But the entire jungle belonged to that anaconda, and there was no way to escape it inside the jungle. So they hide behind a tree. But from a distance, the anaconda spots them and charges toward them. The three stand still, waiting for death, knowing they cannot survive. But just as the anaconda opens its massive mouth to attack them, its head is sliced clean in half by a sharp, heavy steel wire. That wire was actually set earlier by Jeff, and it finally kills the Crimson Anaconda. The survivors can't believe they are alive. They stand there for a long time, staring at the dead body. Finally, they quickly leave the jungle and escape from the place. With this, the story comes to an end. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and make sure to like the video.